This time we head to a water treatment plant in Renton that is also housing a mysterious wetland environment that is filled with beautiful things unseen.
Right here.
We at the Unseen heard that next to a water treatment plant there was a beautiful oasis. Naturally, we had to get in the cars and check it out for ourselves.
This place we're going to, Waterworks Garden, is actually like in like wetlands of Renton, which is pretty neat. So it's not only being used to treat water, but it's also being used to kind of preserve this wetland. It's pretty cool.
Once off the freeway, we got a little bit turned around and had to pull over to the side of the road, which made for the perfect opportunity to do some heroic posing. Once we figured out where we needed to go, we got back in the car and headed on the road to adventure once more. But even though we thought we knew where we were going, we still got a little bit lost and had to use the GPS on our phones, which told us we were right next door. We parked the car and headed in for a closer look. The first thing we saw was the water treatment plant's front gate.
So here we are at King County's South Water Treatment Plant, and right next door is Waterworks Park, which is actually an environmental work of art using the runoff from the plant, and it goes all the way down to this unique creek. So we're gonna head on up there and take a look. Kate, what are you doing? We're not breaking and entering, man.
But that's the place, right?
No, it's next door. Man, we don't need to get like arrested.
What?
Just Dustin for prints.
Good.
After keeping Gabe out of prison, we went on in. The first thing we saw was huge stone monoliths standing tall, guarding the entrance to Waterworks Garden Park.
So this is the opening of the park, and as you can see right here, we have this grate, and underneath is this little creek. And normally, they'll have the runoff from the water treatment plant going all the way through here to a set of beautiful ponds down here. It's a neat setup.
I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd been here before.
One thing I'm noticing as we're traveling around Washington is that a lot of the public art pieces seem to be inspired by Stonehenge or the idea of monoliths, and this is one more of those. If you remember back in the first episode, we went to the Renton Stonehenge, and there's multiples spread across the state. It's kind of neat to find another one in the same city.
Gazing over the ponds was an inspirational experience.
So this is the first pond at Waterworks Gardens Park, and it is actually the water from the treatment plant, which then runs off into a series of other smaller ponds that comprise the wetlands. So it's actually filtering through.
Our new photographer Gabe and I headed down the path to see what other mysteries lay ahead.
And the actual water treatment plant is 95 acres.
95 acres?
Yeah, that's not this part, but that's the actual plant.
That's a lot of land.
Yeah, so that place we came in at is 95 acres. So we're getting like a little piece of that, probably the best piece.
But that little piece of land was quite extensive, and it held some beautiful mysteries, one of which was the grotto.
Oh wow, this is cool. This is called the grotto. This is a mosaic piece that's made with rocks, and as you can see we have two of these like mossy ponds. This is Hobbit-esque. I mean, this is like, this is straight out of a fairy tale. It's so cool. Now, this was made by a local artist, kind of featuring how art and nature can kind of be one. It's neat. I could live here.
Tolkien's world came to life all around us in those mosaic walls.
So benches, you can come over here, kick back, relax. Yeah, all you need now is to put a big screen TV right there and play, Black Ops in The Hobbit.
But sadly, there were no video games, just the beautiful surroundings of this magical place. Which even made Gabe talk to his camera. And get a couple of bright ideas.
Oh, you want to hold this really quick? Because I'm going to climb up there and then get a shot.
Yeah. Go.
Oh my goodness, there's a pond up here too. Oh, alright. Ready? Yes. Alright. This is probably legal. Wow, my compadre. You did it with no hands.
Well, with Gabe's shot secure, we took a couple shots and then headed back down to see what else hid in this beautiful place.
Shoot. These are a lot of shoots.
The trail was filled with beautiful wildlife and some amazing plant life as well. It was like being in a whole nother place. Reminded me of when I lived back in Florida, but a little less tropical.
So we've walked along most of the trail, and when you really get out here in the center of the park, you feel like you're not even in the city anymore.
We kept walking until finally we got near the end.
I went to college then.
So, we've reached the end of the park trail, and it's pretty cool. It's not too hard, it's an easy walk, anyone can do it, and it's the perfect opportunity to take some pictures like Gabe's been doing.
You know, this is how people drop their cameras and stuff like this.
So if you want a good little trail through a hobbity landscape, come check out Waterworks Gardens Park next to the South King County Water Treatment Plant. It's worth a look.
Even though some of the ponds weren't in full function when we visited, it was still an amazing place and we got some beautiful pictures. I recommend Waterworks Gardens Park for any visit to a place unseen. Next time, we head to Port Orchard, Washington, to delve deep into the woods and see what dangers lie ahead. Adventure is just around the corner in the unseen.
So if you know an interesting place, or you are an interesting place, tell us about it in the comments below.
This time, we head to Everett, Washington, and when we get there, we not only find something unseen, we find something unidentified.